Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Data types, and after that, right? mm, See this data type conversion. That is, we don't use it. What is it explicitly? It is implicit topic.
Yeah.
Operators. It is common things. Okay, operators and all, and statements. This is most important. Control statements, and after that, loops. These are the topics very frequently we use. Okay, and after that, jump statements. We should know what is a jump statement. It is important. And arrays, we may use it not frequently, but sometimes we'll be working with and class. It is most important. Without class, we don't write any Java program. Hmm? and and method, this is common thing. Constructor, object reference variables. Okay, variable types, important topic. Okay, different types of variables, even for interview purpose. Mm, what is the overloading? It is also important. And what is access modifiers and non-access modifiers, and inheritance. Okay, this topic we don't use frequently in the Selenium scripting. Okay, but important topic. Okay, inheritance and method overriding. It is also, we don't use it very frequently. Okay, abstract class, all these things, right? We don't use it much. Package interface, these things and all in Selenium scripting we don't use. Okay, very much. Exception handling, it is important. These are the topics. Okay, so these are the important topics that we should
Okay.
have to that we should have good understanding. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
say
Sir,
this.
encapsulation have you covered, sir? Encapsulation.
Encapsulation means, what is encapsulation? Hiding the data in the class.
Oh,
See, for example, if I
okay.
define any variable as a private variable inside the class, that variable cannot be accessed outside of the class. What is the access modifier? Private. We have access modifiers,
Okay.
right? Where is that?
Hmm.
Access modifier private is there, right? That means, if you
Yes.
define any variable as a private, that variable cannot be accessed outside of the class. That is called
Okay.
encapsulation. That means hiding the data, protecting the data from unauthorized access. That is called encapsulation. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, one question, sir.
Hmm.
Yesterday,
Hmm.
sir,
Hmm.
yesterday session, I went through, sir. In that session,
Hmm.
only one doubt I'm having.
Hmm.
Try and catch is understood.
Hmm.
Throw and throws only. I'm having the doubt on throw and throws. That is actually throw. We know the as we know the to throw the known exception, right?
Yeah. Correct.
To
That
throw the
means,
known exception,
see,
we are using the throw.
during the
Yeah,
execution, if there is any
yeah.
error in the code, automatically Java program will throw error. Correct?
Okay.
And
Oh,
similarly, if I want to generate the error by code on my own,
okay.
not by Java, I want to generate some error intentionally.
Okay.
Then we have to use this throw statement. We have tried
So
to throw
along with yeah,
new.
along with we should use the keyword throws, right?
No,
Along
no,
with
no. Throws
this
is
throw.
different. Throw means to generate a error manually. Okay, not
Okay.
automatically by Java. Okay,
Okay.
throws means, suppose in any Java method. One second, ma.
Oh,
Okay, throws means suppose if there is any error in the Java program. Okay, if there is any error uh, may occur, okay, during the Java program execution. Okay, if any error occurs, that error should be handled by using catch block. Understand? Otherwise what will happen? That execution will be stopped. Correct? That program execution will be stopped. Okay, if you handle that error using catch block, we can continue the execution. Understand? Suppose if you don't handle that exception, suppose I have one method 1 and one more method 2. I am calling method 1 inside method 2. Understand? Now inside method 1 we are not using exception handling, but there is a chance of getting some error in method 1. Are you clear? There is a
Yes, sir.
chance
Yes.
of getting some error in method 1, but in the method 1 we are not using exception handling. That means try catch block is not defined in method 1, but we are calling this method 1 in method 2. Understand? See, in this scenario, see, in method 1 there is a chance of getting some error, but that error is not handled inside the method 1. Correct? So in this
Yes.
scenario, whatever the exception that you are expecting to occur in method 1 should be defined in throws class. That means to communicate to the calling method, which is the calling method where method 1 is called inside method 2. Correct? So this throws class will communicate to the calling method. So inside this method 1, this exception may occur. It is not handled inside this method 1. So this exception should be handled inside calling method 2. So for that communication, we are using this throws class. Got my point? In method
Yeah,
1,
we are using. Yeah.
see, it is like this.
Yeah. Yeah, we are using throws class for method two, right, sir?
No,
For method two.
inside method 1. Inside method 1, we have to use throws
Uh,
class. Inside method 1 definition, method 1 header. In method 1
okay, okay,
header,
yeah, yeah.
name. Say you will be writing a public, what is that? Type wide, for example, method 1, and after that we will be writing throws some exception, arithmetic exception. That means this method 1 may throw this exception. That is what the communication will be, what is that? Will be defined, will be uh, given to its calling method through this throws statement. Through this throw statement, we are communicating to the calling method. In this method 1, this exception may occur. This exception is not handled inside this method 1. So what we should do? Inside method 2, we should handle this exception.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Got
So
it?
we
Right?
are calling this method two. We are calling this method two method one, right?
Yeah, we are calling method 1 inside method 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
See, I have like this. What is this?
Yesterday we called, right, sir, throws method. We have called to method one, right, main method. Yesterday.
No, no, I will show you that
Yesterday
one.
example.
1 second. See,
Yeah,
yesterday we
same
have seen
example.
this example. Let me open that. Exception handling, right? This one. See, open this in Notepad++. See that. This is the method. Okay. See, in this method, we are not using exception handling. Correct?
Yes.
So, this method may throw this exception. So, inside this method, this exception may occur. But that is not handled inside this method. That's why we are defining here throws class. Inside this method header, we are defining throws arithmetic exception. That means this method may throw this error. So where we are calling this method? Look at that here. We are calling this method here inside main method. Understand? Inside
Yeah.
main method, we are calling this method. So when you are running this main method, and it will run this statement, correct? So this statement will
Yes.
call this method. So it will execute this body. So during this body execution of this body, this error may occur. Whenever this error occurred, what will happen? This method execution will be stopped and control will go to immediately to this catch block. Got it? Huh? That means,
Okay.
so this method will throw some exception. That exception will be caught by this catch method, catch block. That means
Okay.
the exception thrown inside this method will be handled inside the main method try block, catch block.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
That
Yeah.
means,
Suppose if you,
yes.
yeah, sir, 1 second. Suppose if you remove that, if j equal to 0 throw that syntax, that command, if you
Mm.
remove that, if j equal to 0 throw means the execution will be continued smoothly, right?
No,
No
no,
issue,
no, no, it
no
won't
error.
continue. Still, in this statement, that exception will occur. Whenever I equal to 5, j equal to 5,
Okay,
error will be occur here in this statement. See,
okay.
now if you uncomment these two lines, error will be occurred in this line. Correct? Before this line,
Mhm.
this statement will be executed. So error will be occurring here. Understand? If you comment these two lines, now error will be occurred here in this line. When it will occur?
Okay.
Whenever j equal to 5, understand? And I is by default 5. And whenever j is 5 here, then this
Mm.
value will become 0. Correct? I by 0, 5 by 0 will be coming. So that is invalid. So whenever you run this particular statement with the j equal to 5 value, that is invalid statement. So error will be thrown. Then this exception will occur here still. Even if you comment these two lines, error exception will occur. Just for showing example how to generate exception manually, we have written this statement, throw statement. Understand?
So even yeah, even if you give the comment or uncomment also,
Hmm.
exception will come, right?
Yes, yes, exception will come. Like that, this code is written. Exception will come. Understand?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Suppose if you inside this method, if you define try catch block, then this throws is not required.
mm-hmm.
Understand? If you define
Okay,
try catch block inside this method, then this throws statement is not required here.
mm-hmm.
Are you clear?
Yeah, yeah. What is the main use, sir? If by giving the comment or by giving uncomment?
Nothing much. There is
Uh,
no difference. It is different actually. It's simply to show you how to write, how to generate a what is that exception manually, how to use throw statement. We
okay,
have written this statement throw. Understand?
okay, okay.
To see that how to use throw
So
statement.
by
For that purpose only we define this statement. Otherwise it is not required. These two lines are not required.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Suppose if you don't mention also, if you don't mention also, system will throw the exception, right?
Yes,
System
we
will
throw
throw the
exception
exception.
here in this line because whenever j equal to 5 and I equal to 5, the denominator is equal to
Okay,
0, which is not a valid statement, which is not a valid exception, expression, arithmetic expression.
okay.
Got it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. That is about the throw statement. Now come to, okay, fine. Core Java concepts, some important core Java concepts, what we should know for Selenium scripting. These are the highlighted concepts. If you know, that is more than enough to write Selenium script. See, we don't write literally Java programming in Selenium. You will be writing Selenium commands. We'll be using Selenium commands, not mostly Java commands. We'll be using in our Selenium script. Fine, that we'll understand once we start with the Selenium. Now let us go with the introduction of the Selenium. Yeah. See, introduction to Selenium WebDriver. Okay. Before discussing introduction to Selenium WebDriver, let us start with automation testing. What is automation testing? Introduction. Okay. What is the automation testing process? See, we know that what is a manual testing process, right? Software testing process. So there are some steps involved in the software testing life cycle. In the same way, in the automation testing lifecycle or automation testing process, there are certain steps, certain phases. So, what are those steps involved in the automation testing process or the automation testing lifecycle? See, let us see that first step, identifying automation scope. That is the first step. Identify the scope of the automation. What we can automate in this project. We have to identify that first. That means it is a process. How do we start automation in the testing project, and how do we do automation, and how do we do execution? The entire automation testing life cycle we will be discussing now, one step by step. First step is identify the scope of automation. Okay. After that, we have to find which automation tool is good to automate this project. See, in some projects, clients may already have some automation tool, and we can use that automation tool directly. And in some projects, clients may not have any automation tool, and clients may ask you to decide or to suggest some automation tool which we can use to automate our project. So in such scenario, we have to find out which automation tool is good to automate this particular project. So here automation lead will do this. Automation lead will analyze, compare various automation tools available in the market by using various aspects like a tool cost, technical compatibility, whether that automation tool is compatible with the technologies used in the project, in the application development, and what is the programming language used in that tool, and whether can we get a skilled and experienced resources for that particular tool in the market, and what are the features of that tool, what features are available in the tool, and whether all those features are useful for us or not to automate our project, and how easy that automation tool to learn and work, and how good that vendor of that particular tool in providing technical support. Can we get technical support quickly or not from that tool vendor? See, like this, right? There are so many factors will be compared among the multiple automation tools available in the market. The automation lead will prepare some report, comparison report, say QTP, Selenium, and Renorex, okay, Tisco, like that, right? There are many tools are available in the market. So they will prepare a comparison of the tools, and then they will decide which tool is best to automate our project. That is, this process is called evaluation, tool evaluation, automation tool evaluation process. Automation lead will do this process. In case if automation tool is not already available uh, with the client, and if the client asks you to decide and suggest some automation tool to automate this project, in that case automation lead will do this process. Okay. Once automation tool is decided, then the third step in the testing automation process is checking that feasibility analysis. That means, can we automate this project or not? To understand what are the challenges and difficulties in automating this project by using this automation tool. To understand more better, we have to check that feasibility, technical feasibility, to automate that project by using that automation tool. What we will do here, again automation lead or some senior automation engineers will do this. In this process, in this step, what they will do, they will select some few test cases which covers most of the screens in the application. Some 5 to 6 cases they will select, or 5 to 10 cases they will select, and then they will automate those 5 to 10 test cases by using this automation tool. Then while automating those test cases, they will be facing a lot of issues, a lot of challenges, technical challenges. Okay, all the challenges they will be finding. What challenges are there in automating these 10 test cases? They will record all the things. Okay, at the end of the automation of all the 10 cases, then they will prepare a document that is called a POC report, or feasibility analysis report. In that report, they will document everything. What test cases we have selected for checking the feasibility of this application automation, and what challenges we have faced, and how we overcome those challenges. Still, is there any unresolved issues in automating this application, then what is the impact of those issues? Okay, whether can we automate 100% of this application or only 50%? How much percentage can be automated in this application? See, all those things we can find out after end of the feasibility study. So then they will prepare a feasibility analysis report. Are you clear? That is very important. Before starting the real actual automation project, we have to do some technical feasibility analysis. That is called POC. POC means proof of concept. They will call it as a POC or feasibility analysis study. Okay, clear? So that is a POC report. After finishing feasibility analysis, technical feasibility study, then they will calculate ROI. What is the ROI? Returns on investment. ROI means returns on investment. That means at the end of this feasibility analysis, then we can come to the conclusion whether can we automate this project or not, whether this project is feasible or not for automation. If it is feasible, how much percentage of this application can be automated, and by automating this project, to automate this project, how much effort is required, estimations is required. All those things we can find out from this feasibility analysis. Once we come to know estimations and the scope of this automation, then ROI can be generated, ROI can be calculated. How ROI will be calculated? Look at this here, some small calculations I have given here. Investment cost. What is the investment cost? Automation project investment. Development cost of automation suite. That means what is the cost required to develop to automate this project. That means, for example, we have some 1,000 regression cases to automate. We have to automate some 1,000 regression test cases. So to automate this 1,000 regression test cases, how much time it is required? How many days is required? So per day, what is the billing client is paying? So based on that, they will calculate the cost of that development. Suppose if you take some 300 days to automate 1,000 test cases, 300 into suppose $30 per day client is paying. Okay, $30 per hour, not per day. Okay, $30 per hour client is paying. Okay, then 300 days, what is the total cost? That is called development cost. Like that it will be calculated. Understand? And plus tool license cost. What is the license cost of the tool? See, you will be using automation tool. Some automation tools are free, open source tools. Some automation tools are not free. So we have to purchase that license from the vendors. So what is the total license cost involved? Both together will give total investment cost, automation investment cost. So let us assume that it is 200% days of effort is required. Understand? I have given in terms of percentage, not in terms of dollars, but it should be converted into dollars. We can convert this 200% days into dollars by multiplying 30 into 8, $30 per hour, 8 hours per day. So like that we have to multiply this. It will give total dollars. Understand? But now I am using here percentage to make it simple calculations. Are you clear? Are you following me, Govin?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. And the next one, execution effort saved per cycle. See, you have suppose for example.
Sir, 1 second, sir. Test feasibility means what, sir? That means finalized, test case are finalized. Feasibility, third step. In the third step, you said right, test case are feasible.
No, feasibility means here
we have to check
we are checking that whether can we automate this project or not. That is called feasibility, technical feasibility. See, every project cannot be automated. Understand? Even if you automate that, we don't get any benefit by automating that. Instead of getting benefit, you will be getting loss sometimes. So we have to cross check that first before starting our automation project. We have to check that whether this project can be automated or not. if you automate this project, can we get any benefit or not? And if you get any benefit, how much benefit you can get? All those things we have to assess it before starting the automation. Understand? That will be done in feasibility analysis or proof of concept step. Are you clear?
Yeah, yes, sir.
No, it is very simple, ma. See, you have one project, we have to automate
Okay,
that.
sir. Hello.
See, we cannot blindly start the automation, correct?
Yeah.
So first we have to check that.
Yes.
Suppose we have 1,000 test cases for automation. So from that 1,000 test cases, you will be selecting some 10 test cases. Okay, some complex 10 test cases. Then first let us automate 10 test cases. If you can automate all 10 test cases successfully without any issues, then we can confidently say that we can automate all 1,000 test cases. Correct. Suppose if there is any challenges and if there is any difficulties, and suppose out of 10 test cases you have just you have automated only 7 test cases. 3 test cases are not you are not able to automate 3 test cases out of 10 test cases due to some issues, technical issues, or due to some other problems. That means you are forcing some issue, some challenges in automating these 1,000 test cases. Out of 10 test cases, you are able to automate only 7 test cases. 3 test cases are not automated because of some problems or some issues. Understand? That means same kind of challenges you may be facing in some more test cases, in out of 1,000 test cases, right? So you have to identify that. See, what are the challenges you found in automating these 10 test cases? And because of these challenges, how many test cases may be impacted? Okay, and then you can decide that out of 1,000 test cases, you can automate only 700 test cases, not 1,000 test cases. These 3,300 test cases are not feasible for automation. Understand? So like that, you can find it by doing this feasibility analysis. You can find out the actual challenges and issues that you might face during the automation of this project. Understand? And if these challenges faces, then what we have to do, how we can overcome those challenges, that we can find out during the feasibility phase. After that, we can also find out how much percentage of the test cases can be automated. Can we automate all 1,000 test cases of the regression test suite, or only 70% can be automated, or only 80% can be automated? So you can find out what can be automated and what cannot be automated at the end of the feasibility analysis. So it is very important step in automation project to analyze to analyze and right to find out technical feasibility for this particular project to automate. Are you clear? So in ROI report, in ROI calculation, the first thing is investment. What is the automation investment? Automation investment means development cost plus tool cost. It will give investment cost. So for example, let us assume that I have 500 test cases. To automate 500 test cases, it will take 200% of effort. That is called investment. Are you clear? And now second step. What is the execution effort saved per cycle by using automation scripts? By running automation scripts, instead of running the test cases manually, if I do test cases execution by automation scripts, how much effort we can save in one cycle of execution? Are you clear? See how it will be calculated. What is the manual execution effort? Suppose I have 500 test cases. To execute 500 test cases manually, what is the effort it will take? That is called manual execution effort. And next one, what is the automation execution effort? By running these 500 test cases by automation, how much time it will take? What is the difference? That will be calculated. See, for example, you have 500 test cases. How much time it will take to run 500 test cases manually? Assume that uh, per day we
Uh,
can run uh,
25,
some
sir. Per
25,
day 10.
uh,
Uh, okay, 25, sir.
yeah, 25 to 40 depends upon the test cases complexity, correct? for example, assume that all test cases are complex. Then you cannot, you can run only maximum 25 test cases. Okay. Then if it is the case, how many days it will take to run all 500 test cases?
Yeah. 40 days it will take.
25 cases means 20 days, right?
Yeah, 40 days. Yeah, so 20 days.
20 days, huh?
Yes, sir.
How many days it will take? 25, 500 by 25, right?
Yeah, 20, sir. 20 days.
20 days only, yeah?
Sorry, sir. No.
Hmm.
225 is right. Correct, sir. Correct. 25.
1 second, my phone is ringing. Okay. So, okay, let us take this one. Manual execution, 500 test cases I have, okay? 25 cases means per day.
Hmm.
25 cases if you execute, it will take 20 days, okay? Fine. Automation execution
Yes.
effort, how many test cases we can run in one day? We can finish all 500 test case execution in maximum 5 days by using
Oh,
automation scripts. Are you clear?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. What is that PD? What is that PD, sir? 20 PD? What
Percentage.
is it? Sorry.
Percentage.
Percentage. Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. See
Okay.
here it will take some 20 days. Here it is taking 5 days. What is the difference here? 15 days. Okay. Correct. Let us take 15
Okay.
days.
Yeah.
15% days of effort.
So this is approximate. Approximate you are giving, right? That percentage, approximate percentage,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
sir?
yeah, yeah. Okay. Now 15 days of effort will be saved per one cycle of execution. Correct. So like that, how many times you will be running this? Suppose I have uh, okay, how many days, how many times you will be running this regression cases in the project, in the testing project? I have 500 regression test cases.
Yeah.
For example, every monthly twice we will be running these test cases. That means every monthly twice, 2 times. Then per year, how many times you will be running? 24 times. Suppose if you will be running these scripts at least for 2 years. Okay. Then what is the total number of times? How many times will be running? 24 into 2, 48 times. Correct? Correct. So 48,
Yes, sir.
48 times will be running. So 48 into every time you will be saving 15 days. So total how much? See 15 into 48. Correct? Total savings how
Yes,
will
sir.
be calculated? 15 into 48. For 2 years we are calculating here. Understand?
Okay.
How much it is?
Okay. So for 2 years, right, sir? For
Hmm.
2 years,
720.
24 hours.
720% days. Correct? See, that means for 2 years
Yes, yes.
you can save 720% days of effort. Understand? Are you clear?
Okay.
Now, what is the
Yes, sir.
ROI?
Yes.
How ROI will be calculated? See, what is the total saving? At the end of the 2 years, this is the total effort you can save, 720% days, correct? What is the saving at the end of the first year? 360 days, correct? This 70 to 720% days for
Yes.
48 months. For 24, sorry, not 48, yeah, for 2 years. For 1 year, it should be 360% days, correct? Understand?
Yes.
So, what is the net savings at the end of the first year? Net savings means total savings minus investment. What is the total saving at the end of the first year? Is equal to 360 minus what is the effort investment? 200. Correct. 200.
Yes, sir.
What is the net saving? 160 percentage. Got it?
Yeah, this much we can save, right, sir, by using automation?
Yes, by using
Huh?
automation, this is the net saving we can achieve at the end of the first year. 160 percentage of effort we can save by using automation execution.
Okay.
160 percentage means really it is very big amount in dollars.
Yeah.
Understand? See, at the end of the second year, what is the saving? Tell me. It is at the end of the
Three
first year. Correct?
first. Yeah. Yes.
At the end of the second year, what is the net saving? 720
320.
minus 200. What is that?
Yes.
5,
320.
520. 520 percentage. Got it? See, it is increasing.
Yeah.
At the end of the first year, it is 160 days. At the end of the second year, you will be achieving 520 percentage of saving. Are you clear? Then
Yes.
what is the percentage ROI? How it is net saving? Understand? Now how ROI will be calculated? See that net savings by investment percentage. At the end of the first year, what is the ROI? See that at the end of the first year, what is the saving? 160 days, right? 160 divided by investment 200.
Yes, sir.
We have to calculate this in percentage into 100, correct? Into 100. How much percentage? It is
80. 80.
yeah 80 percentage we have achieved here at the end of the first year. At the end of the second year, how much it is? 520 divided by 200, correct? Into 100. How much it is?
260, sir.
260 percentage. 260 percentage. See, this is what ROI. That means, see, when you achieve 100%, what does that means? We have we get back the same amount of saving, whatever the amount we have invested in automation project. We got back the investment and also not only investment. Understand? See, double the amount we got back. If I save 200 percentage, 200 percentage, we get back 400 percentage savings. So by reducing that investment, we get again 200%, 200 percentage of saving. That means 100% of saving. Whatever the amount we invested, the same amount we get back as a saving at the end of the first year. At the end of the second year, the savings goes up 200 percentage, above 200 percentage. Understand? So this is how ROI will be calculated in automation projects. See, if ROI is right, it is very important. If you don't get ROI, then it is not a good project for automating to automate. If you get good ROI, then it is a good project for automation. That means what is this ROI means? It is nothing but benefit, savings that we are getting by automating this project. So client will be happy. So this much a percentage of effort will be saved. So this much money will be saving for client. Correct? Suppose if you don't use automation and if you execute by manual, you have to invest this much amount. But by running automation, by using automation, this much dollars of amount will be saved to the client. Understand? So client will be more happy.
Sir, one question.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
sir. So one question. Actually, this ROI will be done before starting the automation or after starting the automation, sir?
Before starting,
Before starting the automation.
after end of the feasibility
So what?
analysis. After
Yeah, in that case, automation effort, how we can calculate, sir? That is rough estimation, huh?
no, not
Automation
reference.
execution
See
effort.
here, in the
How
feasibility
it will come,
analysis,
sir?
that's what ma. In the feasibility analysis, we have automated
Mhm.
some 10 test cases, right? We automated some
Oh, okay, okay.
10
Mhm.
test cases, right?
Okay.
Then you will be coming to know what is the estimation, what
Oh,
is the
that.
development estimation, what is the execution effort, how much time it is taking one test case. We can come to know at the end of the
Okay.
feasibility analysis what is the maximum effort we need to
Okay.
automate one test case. What is the maximum time it will take to run one test case by using automation script? Those things we can find out after finishing feasibility analysis. So by using that data, we will be calculating this ROI. Are you clear?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Once we get this, once we prepare this ROI report, so this report and a feasibility analysis report will be shared with the client. Then client will decide whether can we go with the automation or not based on the ROI. If there is a good ROI, then client will be happy and he will give green signal to go ahead with the automation to start automation. Okay, once a client will gives the approval to start automation, then actual automation project will be started from here. Understand? So what is the first step in automation testing project, the actual automation project? Creating automation test plan and automation test strategy. We will prepare automation test plan and automation strategy document. Automation lead will involve in this in preparation of automation test plan and automation test strategy. And after that, next step, once plan and strategies are defined, are documented and get approval from the client, then the next step is automation framework design and development. So it is a very important step. Again here automation lead and automation senior engineers will involve in this step. They will decide that which automation framework should be used to our project. If there is no automation framework is available, they should build some automation framework. If any framework already available either with the client or with our company, within our company, then we can use that framework by modifying some small customizations according to our project. Understand? So this step is very important. Which framework we have to use, that should be decided. And if the framework is not available, we have to build and develop the framework to automate our project. Understand? This we'll discuss later in detail about the frameworks. But it is very important step. Okay, in every automation project, definitely we'll be using some automation framework. And next one, automation team deployment. Once framework is decided and once framework is ready, after that automation team will be deployed into the project. And then we have to identify what trainings are required to the team. Some of the team members may be new to this automation tool. Some team members may be new to this domain and project. And some team members may be new to the framework, automation framework, what we are using. So those trainings should be provided to the automation team, either tool training or application training or frameworks training. Okay, those things. And once automation team is ready with all trainings completed and all KT they got from the teams, and then that means they are ready to start development, automation development. Then the eighth step, automation script development will be started by automation team members. Automation team members will start developing the automation scripts using automation tool for all the test cases. Once they have developed the automation scripts for all the test cases, then automation scripts should be reviewed whether all the automation scripts are developed as per the scripting guidelines or framework guidelines or not. We have to follow certain scripting guidelines and automation framework guidelines while creating the automation scripts, and that should be reviewed, and if any changes required, that should be updated. And once review and rework is completed, then we have to integrate those automation scripts together in a sequence, how these automation scripts should be executed, in which order, in which sequence the automation script should be executed. So we have to build some automation suite by integrating automation scripts here. So automation suite will be created by integrating automation scripts. That is called automation scripts integration here. We will see that one, how we will do all those things, okay? And once automation suite is created, then automation execution setup. That means automation scripts are ready to start execution. See, generally, where you will be developing the automation scripts, in the QA environment, you will be developing the automation scripts. But automation scripts can be executed on different environments, not only on QA environment. You may have to execute your automation scripts in UAT environment, or in production environment sometimes, or in QA environment. So in different environments we can run our automation scripts. So we have to check that in which environment we have to run our automation script, whether uh, setup is ready in that particular environment to run our automation scripts. So there are some prerequisites, there are some preconditions that we have to check before starting the automation scripts execution in that particular environment where we have to run our automation scripts. So these are all some preconditions that should be checked. Application should be available in that particular environment, and user credentials should be provided for automation testers, and the test data should be available for that particular environment. If not available, we have to create a new test data for that particular environment. Only then you can start execution. So these are all some pre-setup. We have to check that whether automation setup is ready or not uh, in that particular environment to start our automation scripts execution. Once the setup is ready, then you will be starting automation scripts execution. After completing automation scripts execution, then you have to analyze automation results, automation execution results. All failed and passed results should be analyzed to make sure that all automation scripts are executed perfectly without any issues. Once you analyze all the results, then you have to generate execution summary report, and that report will be shared to all stakeholders in the project. After that, see, in every execution there can be some changes in the application, so we have to modify our automation scripts accordingly, according to the changes in the application or in the functionality, or in the UI of the application. So you have to do some maintenance of our automation scripts after finishing the automation scripts, after analyzing the failed cases, after analyzing the failed scripts. If there is any scripts are failed due to some changes in the application or in the functionality or in the UI, then accordingly you have to modify our automation scripts. That is automation maintenance. So these are the steps involved in the automation testing lifecycle process. Are you clear, Govin? Automation
Yes, sir.
testing process steps. What steps are involved in automation testing project? Step by step. How do we do automation, and how do we do execute automation scripts? After execution, what we do? Okay, these are the steps
Sir, in the
involved.
real time also, sir, sir, in the real time also same process we are following, right? Sir?
Yeah, it is real time process only. What I am explaining now.
Okay, sir.
It is real
Okay,
time
sir. Okay.
automation project process.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now come to Selenium. See, in the market, right? QTP and Selenium. These are the two tools having very good demand in the market at present. Say QTP and Selenium. What is the difference between QTP and Selenium? See here, I have given some important differentiators between QTP and Selenium. QTP is a commercial tool. We have to. It is not a open source tool. We have to purchase licenses. It is very costly tool. QTP. Now it is called UFT, not a QTP. It is a UFT. And Selenium, it is an open source tool. It is a free tool. So that is a big plus point in Selenium. That means we can reduce the project cost, automation project cost. Correct? If it is a free, automation tool is free. We no need to invest any money to buy that tool. So that is the one big plus point for Selenium. And what technologies using QTP or UFT we can automate? What type of applications we can automate by using QTP and Selenium? See, using QTP, we can automate almost all technologies in the market. Web applications, Windows applications, mainframe applications, CBEL applications, PeopleSoft, SAP, web services, mobile applications, API. See, we can automate almost all technologies by using QTP. But by using Selenium, we can automate only web applications, not all other technologies. Only web technologies applications we can automate by using Selenium. That is some limitation in Selenium. And the browsers. What browsers QTP supports? QTP supports IE, Chrome, Firefox, and Selenium supports many more browsers. Not only IE, Chrome, Firefox, it supports IE, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, mobile browsers. Here it is also supports mobile browsers. Okay, so like this. And operating systems. QTP supports only Windows operating systems, but Selenium supports different operating systems, multiple operating systems, Linux, Windows, Mac, mobile, everything. Okay, so that is one plus point. Selenium supports multiple operating systems. And what is a language in QTP? VBScript. Only VBScript is the language that we can use in QTP. But in Selenium, we can use 6 different languages. Whatever you know. If I know Java, you can use Java. If I know C Sharp, I can use C Sharp. If I know PHP, I can use PHP. Like that. We can use any of these languages in Selenium. Either Java, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, and PHP. All these languages are supported using Selenium. And ease of use. QTP is very easy to learn and use. It is more user-friendly tool than Selenium. Selenium is something not more user-friendly tool. You have to write more coding in Selenium. But in QTP, it will automatically generate the code, most of the code. 70% of the code will be automatically generated. So we can say that UFT is a little bit more user-friendly than Selenium. And technical support, yes, QTP has a very good dedicated technical supporting team from HP supporting team. But there is no dedicated team available for Selenium to provide any technical support because it is a free tool. There is nobody there to support you if you face any problem. You have to do some R&D and you have to do some solution. You have to find the solution. But there is no specific team to provide any technical support in Selenium. That is one drawback. Clear? So these are some key differentiators between QTP and Selenium. Now,
Sir,
come
by
to
sir, by seeing this, QTP is more flexible than the Selenium, right? The market also,
yeah,
it seems it is supporting the many technologies also, right?
yes, yes. But only thing is
Only the advantage,
cost. Cost is the
yeah,
major problem. See, cost. Suppose
yeah, cost,
if I have to automate only web application, then they prefer Selenium.
mm, yeah,
Got it? Huh? If I have to
correct,
automate
correct.
only web-based applications, then why I have to go for QTP? Then they go for now Selenium because it is a free tool. But still, you need some technical resources. Good technical resources are required with good Java knowledge and right with good experience. But still, there are some still drawbacks in Selenium also. But still, they prefer Selenium because it is a free tool. That is a major point which will give priority to Selenium than QTP if you are automating web-based application.
Yeah,
Okay.
that too. Most of the applications are web applications, right? So
Yeah.
Selenium will be preferred. Right?
No,
Mm.
nowadays, even though application is web-based application, they are using so many technologies in the web-based applications also. So all the technologies may not be supported by Selenium. So that means nowadays, so now web applications automation also not that much easier because it involves multiple technologies nowadays. It is more complex web applications also. So in such case, Selenium also may not be enough, may not be able to automate the entire web-based application. There will be so many limitations again. Understand?
Mm. Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what it is not possible to automate all web-based applications again by using Selenium. There are some limitations. That's why first we have to do some feasibility analysis. If you can automate this application using Selenium, then they will go with Selenium. Otherwise, if it is not supporting properly, then they won't go with Selenium. Okay. So feasibility
Okay.
analysis is the most important before starting any
Sir,
automation project.
sir, for example, web-based applications mean Java is also web-based, .NET also web-based, like that, right, sir?
Yes, they're like that. See, there are something right. Even in the web-based applications, they will be using some third-party controls. Okay.
Mm.
Also, there will be some special technologies which may not be supported good by Selenium.
Mm.
Okay, there are some challenges still, right? While using Selenium, if the web-based application is simple and it is easy to automate, then we can go with Selenium. We can easily automate without any problems. But if there is any right more complex technologies are involved in the web-based application also, then it might be difficult. There might be some challenges in using Selenium. Okay,
Okay, sir.
but main driving force here is cost. Selenium is free. That is the main point which will be driving force to use Selenium in automation projects.
Mm.
See, actually, Selenium is a web-based functional testing tool. We can automate only web-based applications. Functionality can be automated by using Selenium tool. Selenium is not a tool like a QTP. See, if you see QTP, there is some application, there is some tool where you can see some GUI. Okay, there is some interface, user interface. There you can open a QTP tool and you can see something. But in Selenium, there is nothing. There is no user interface for Selenium. It is just a jar file. Selenium is a just a jar file. There is no user interface for Selenium tool. Understand? It is just a jar file. And the older version of the Selenium is called RC, Selenium 1, Selenium 1.0. The older version of Selenium is called Selenium 1.0. So it contains two things, two parts. One is one is see, this is the structure of Selenium 1.0. There will be Selenium script, Selenium program, and this Selenium program will communicate with the RC server. RC server is the main core component in the Selenium 1.0, and this RC server will execute the application in the browser. Understand? See how Selenium 1 works. We have some Selenium program. This Selenium, when you run this Selenium program, this Selenium program will communicate with RC server. This RC server will run the application in the browser. Understand? This is the Selenium 1 structure. Selenium 1.0 structure. So RC server is the main component in the Selenium 1.0. Now the latest version of Selenium is Selenium 2.0. It is called Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver. So how it works? There is no RC server involved in the Selenium 2. It is called WebDriver. Using this WebDriver, you will be writing Selenium program. So this Selenium program will directly run the application in the browser. There is no mediator here like RC server in Selenium 1. In Selenium 1, there is some mediator between the browser and Selenium script. Understand? But here, This Selenium script, WebDriver script, Selenium WebDriver script directly will execute the application in the browser. That is the difference between Selenium 1.0 and 2.0. Are you clear, Govind?
Yeah. Selenium 2.0 and iPhone Selenium WebDriver. It means what does it mean, sir? Selenium 2.0 is nothing but Selenium WebDriver.
Yes,
What
yes,
does it mean?
yes, exactly that.
Oh, okay.
Selenium 2,
Current
yeah,
version.
Selenium
Okay, current.
2.0 is called Selenium WebDriver.
Okay. Here
Okay,
directly we can run the scripts in the browser
yes.
without having.
Any server, any RC server. In Selenium 1, we
Okay.
have some RC server between the application and the Selenium script. Okay, that means Selenium script cannot communicate directly with the application in Selenium 1. The Selenium script will
Mm-hmm.
communicate with the server, and this server will instruct the application.
Okay.
But in Selenium 2, the Selenium script directly communicates with the application. There is no server involved here in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, and this
Okay.
Selenium is a open source tool, and this Selenium supports multiple browsers. These are the browsers it supports, and it supports multiple operating systems, and it supports multiple languages, and these are all the components that you will be using in Selenium 2 Firefox browser. By default, Selenium 2 will support Firefox browser by default. Okay, so Firefox browser is required to automate any web-based application using Selenium 2. Firefox browser we should have in our system. And Firebug, it is another thing. It is add-in. Firefox browser add-in, Firebug. It is required. Okay, what is the use of this one? We will see that later. But we have to install Firebug, and after that we need Eclipse. Eclipse is a editor, scripting editor, where you can create a Selenium script. In Eclipse only you will be writing our Selenium programs. So Eclipse is required. And Java setup. Java should be installed in your system. And then we have to install IDE. It is a Firefox add-in. It is a Firefox browser add-in like a Firebug. IDE is another add-in. And after that we have to download Selenium standalone server. So all these components we should have in our system to start working with Selenium 2. I will share with you links, okay, from where you can download all those things. Govin, you complete those that downloads, okay?
Okay. When I have to do, sir?
Yeah, today I will share you that
Sir?
link. Today. See, you have to
Okay.
download all these things, okay? I will share you that links.
Mm-hmm.
See, these are all that
Mm-hmm.
our right contents. What we are going to discuss in Selenium Web 2, Selenium WebDriver. These are all the topics,
Mm-hmm.
concepts we are going to discuss. I have given here topics wise and frameworks, and see here I have given the what are the things we have to download. I'll share this document. Okay, so you go to this link
Mm-hmm.
first to install Java, and then download this Eclipse, and after that, see install Firefox. After that, install Firebug. After that, install IDE. Understand? Just download.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you that how to install all those things tomorrow in tomorrow's session.
But
Okay.
we are already having, right, sir? We are already had that Java and Eclipse, right?
Yeah, that we have. Other things, whatever the things are not available, download those things from these links.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
I will share this document, complete downloadings today, and tomorrow we'll do the
Okay.
setup, and then we'll start all these topics discussion one by one. So these are all the contents in Selenium we are going to discuss. Okay.
Okay.
These are the topics
Okay.
we will be discussing one by one.
Okay.
Selenium contents.
Okay.
It is Selenium WebDriver we are going to discuss. Okay, good. I will share this document. Okay, you complete the downloading, and tomorrow we'll continue
Okay.
setup, and then we'll start discussing one by one, and with practicals. Okay, this setup is very important. See, from tomorrow, right, we will be doing practicals. Practice we have to do immediately. Okay, that is very important. See, whatever the script I used to do here, the same thing you have to practice immediately.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so it is important, not
Okay.
simply
Sir,
listening.
yeah, yeah, I will definitely will do, sir. I will do practice
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah. Because right, I
Sir,
want you to
sir,
do that immediately practice, not right later. It's very important. Okay.
uh,
Yeah.
okay, okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, Govin,
Sir,
for today.
sir,
Yeah.
sir,
Okay.
as you said, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, ma. Bye.